Hey guys, so I'm back today with another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Searching, which just came out in theaters over the weekend. I'm pretty excited about this film. I saw it, I believe, yesterday, and it is just a really, really good film. Um, right now, for me, it's personally up there with Black Klansman, Soldado, and Annihilation for the best film I've seen all year. And it might actually be my favorite film of the year, which is kind of crazy because Deadpool 2 and Infinity War both came out, and I love both of those. For those who don't know, I'm a huge comic book nerd. But back on point here, it's a really interesting movie for a variety of reasons. The first reason I think it's really cool is it was shot entirely using from the perspective of cell phones or computer screens. And I think it's a really interesting concept because we've seen films similar to that, Unfriended, for example, but the way they did this in this film, I thought was really unique. And they kind of progressed it. So, without giving away too much, I guess this is a kind of a spoiler alert. I wouldn't really say it is, but, you know, for those of you who would be possibly upset by it, spoiler alert. In the beginning of the film, it shows a montage. Basically, yeah, like a montage and stuff of different photos, videos for over the years. And it starts with a computer screen and it starts showing like older logos. And you see time progress as everything gets newer and newer and gets more modern. And I thought that was really interesting because I saw some things that I hadn't seen in probably 10, maybe 15 years. And I just thought that was really cool. Um, I like that. I really like that they did that. I like the perspective of being from a computer screen or from a cell phone or an iPad or stuff like that. I just thought it was really interesting. It was a really cool concept. So that's the first thing that I think is really cool. The second thing that's really interesting is this is widely considered by many people to be the first mainstream Hollywood thriller film starring an Asian lead, which is John Cho. And with that being said, I think John Cho did a I can't speak there. I think John Cho did a really good job in this film. He did a really excellent job. Now, I like John Cho and everything I've seen him in. Um, I think a lot of people think of John Cho from the Harold and Kumar films as Harold, or from even the American Pie movies as one of the MILF guys. But I've seen him in dramatic roles, and I've seen him in roles that are slightly comedic, but they're more dramatic uh, touch, I'd say. And everything I've seen him in, he's done a really excellent job, and he does not disappoint in this film. John Cho really drives the story. For those who don't know, Searching is about a young girl named Margot who goes missing. Basically, she goes missing, and her father, who is played by John Cho, has to basically work with police and is trying to investigate what happened to his daughter. And it's a really, really good story. I thought the concept was kind of interesting in its own right, but I think with the addition of having everything shot basically from a computer screen perspective or a cell phone perspective, I think makes it a really fascinating film. And going to see this film, I have to say, characters are phenomenal. John Cho's character is really, really good. His character's name is David, and David is a flawed character to some extent. Um, he's had tragedies happen in his life, and he cares about deeply about his daughter. But you can tell he cares deeply about his daughter, but he doesn't always show it. And I think there are a lot of parents out there. I think there are a lot of people out there like that have problems showing emotion or basically sharing how they feel. And I think that was a very good thing for them to do this. I think it was a very good thing to have a realistic character. I always am one. Have realistic characters. It makes the film a better experience and it makes it a better, enjoyable product. Um, Now, there's a bunch of little twists in this film. And when I say little twists, I don't mean necessarily like big plot driving twists and stuff, where, or I should say plot driving, plot um, like upheaving twists, where basically everything goes from one way to another. But there are a lot of little mini twists in here that keep you guessing, and I think that's really good. Now, there's a big plot twist at the end. I know a lot of people have been saying they didn't get it. They didn't expect. Understand? They didn't expect it. I figured it out about roughly a third of the way into the film, maybe almost halfway through the film. With that being said, still really a twist. Really phenomenal. I wanted it to happen. Not necessarily because I wanted to be right, just because I thought it'd be a really interesting concept to do. And I think it's a really good film. If you get a chance to go see Searching, I would recommend it. I really, this is a movie I recommend going to see in theaters because seeing it on the big screen is going to make the difference. I would personally give Searching a 4.98 out of 5. I think it's a really, really well done film. It's probably the highest graded film I've done all year. I haven't gotten any 5 out of 5s yet this year. Last year I was lucky to have a few. This year haven't gotten it yet, but this is the closest film I've gotten. Now there are a few flaws with it. I would say there is a scene at the end of the film that kind of takes you out of it because it just doesn't necessarily seem believable. But I understand why they did it, and I think it does fit with the story they told. It's just not necessarily believable. I do also think that there could have been a few better conversations on the phone. When I say better conversations, I mean there are conversations between different characters that sound robotic. I like what they do with the conversations. I think that it makes kind of sense because they're being scripted. I don't think you can actually have a phone call sound not completely scripted. Sometimes when you have to do that, but I like the idea of what they did. I just think that the phone calls sounded a bit robotic at times. But overall, those are really my only flaws. The one I'm not even really going to fault them for. So again, I stick by my rating, 4.98 out of 5. And this is a movie I'd recommend going to see on the big screen because it's definitely worth it. Thank you guys. Be sure to subscribe if you liked the video. See you next time.